or a draft.
It's the relaxing part of the game, you know. You see Malrang, Komp's got his hands on it near his head, back the chair. Malrang's inclined his chair a bit back. Odo Amne's chilling. We're looking at OPs here. Zeri already taken away by Rogue. We're looking at Silas. We're looking at Gnar. We're looking at Poppy. We're looking at maybe a Lucian Nami if it sneaks through, something like that. We'll see if any target bans comes out. I think thinking of Azir for Rogue, perhaps. There's a Diana onto Jankos. You know, you want to stop any kind of shenanigans around the Diana, Yasuo, Yone trade.
Absolutely.
So yeah, blue side good for target bans. That's why it's so strong. Red side almost has these locked-in bans. But right now we're at a stage in the meta where there's so many OP champs to trade across that red side actually can sometimes trade evenly.
Sometimes can trade evenly. Obviously, when there's so many OP champions, sometimes it diminishes the value of those counter picks. We're just going to have to see.
Fans.
It's an absolute fist fight in the audience. Well, not literally, which I appreciate. Just a lot of a vocal fist fight, as they would say.
Looking at the draft here.
Oh my, sir! You are fit. You are pounding that chest. I respect it. That is commitment to fandom. Rogue versus G2. We'll give you some guys. We'll shut up for the first 30 seconds of the game, and you guys can do the LCK thing if you want, where you like trade cheers, see who's louder.
Wow.
Yeah.
A Kalista first pick.
Kalista first pick. Now, Komp obviously incredibly solid on the champion, but this champion is very feast or famine. We have seen great Kalista games from Komp. We've seen great Kalista games across the world. We've also seen Kalista games where she doesn't get a lead and becomes instantly useless.
We'll track that. A lot of OPs up. Gnar, Silas, Renata. Does Rogue want to pick up the Gnar straight away? Broken Blade already just blinded the Gwen. A lot of confidence in that champ. I mean, G2 needs some kind of early game-ish AD jungler here because you have double AP solo laners. I'm thinking of things like Lee Sin perhaps for Jankos, Poppy, Wukong. Trundle down means that pool has been pinched. Viego can work as well, of course. And
that's with Kog'Maw. A creative answer, a very slow, immobile champion, but has a lot more range than Taliyah.
You can't really do this because they can slam Jarvan on 3 here, and then the Kog'Maw is just so nullified. So I think this is obviously just a horror. Kalista, Mumu, classic.
Azir.
Azir, of course, it's Larson.
The Emperor.
It's Larson. We're going to get Azir.
God. And I'm excited because basically we're looking at Caps play one of the best, if not the best, mid laner in the current meta versus Larson's. I don't want to say signature pick. It's debatable if it's Corki or Azir, but one of his OG signature picks. Always going to be thrilling, and especially in a matchup where sole control of first is on the line. If Rogue lose here, they're tied with Mad. They're neck and neck, and that's a clear top 2. G2, on the other hand, in the thick of it, tied for 5th right now with Fnatic. Need to find these wins, need to pull ahead to catch up with teams like Excel, teams like Vitality.
It's almost like a breakout game here for G2 with the slump that they've been having. Beating Rogue is definitely the path back to success that they're so thriving for. And now there's the Aphelios into the Kalista lane support matchup, expecting G2 to play for the counts pick there. Of course, they'll pick up their jungler on 4 unless something like the Renata Nautilus is up, just trying to go for the best support available. So we'll see if that gets pinched. Of course, Rogue here could ban away things like, well, as I say that, G2 banned the Jarvan. So the jungle pools are going to get extremely pinched here now that I think about it. There's already 4 down. Lee Sin, Viego, the next couple you have to imagine. And then you're getting into some whack territory. We've seen Nocturne from Owner. Maybe we'll see things like the Skarner perhaps. It's dependent on what Rogue opt into.
Stop. Don't say Skarner. Don't do that. Don't do that to me. Renata ban, love to see it. Incredibly powerful, doubly so when there's an auto-attacking mid laner like Azir in the game. Even without the Sand Soldiers, even with just the basic auto attacks can be a threat. Time to see, though, what the next focus is going to be. Will they continue to ban away the jungle pool? What do they have in mind for Jankos? Vi also taken off the board. I'm interested. Is there a potential Taliyah flex here? Seems unlikely given that Gwen is already locked in. Feels like we're looking for an AD jungler.
It could be, but then the thing is, Taliyah is stronger mid, right? So you need a very good argument to put her jungle and then pick a mid laner that is probably AD, you have to imagine, because, you know, if you're playing a mage now, you're triple AP topside. So this is definitely going mid, I have to think, unless they've got an incredibly good pocket pick, like some kind of Yasuo coming out here on 4-4. Caps. Otherwise, Lee Sin is the safe bet. We'll see what Malrang can counter with. He's not short for champions when it comes to finding anything that can gank level 2 or 3. Hecarim as well might be a big pick.
I mean, when was the last time you had to see someone dig 7 champs deep into a jungle champ pool? There's usually only 3 champs in the jungle meta, let alone 8 or 9, as we're now going to see in this draft. So what is the option going to be? Xin, really solid. Taliyah kill lane potential. You leap in, you get the slow, makes for the easy knockback into the Unraveled Earth. Clean, reliable mid lane setup. So I'm going to keep track of as we go later. And now the response from Rogue.
Oh, don't do it, Malrang. Against Xin Zhao, Taliyah, Gwen, is he going to go for the Rek'Sai? I think that's just going to be a hover, surely, right? I mean, you do need early game. You need to get this Kalista ahead. Level 3, fantastic on blue side to gank. Lee Sin will just be the better option, the safer option, and the smarter option, you have to imagine. can play fights in many different ways, extremely flexible. Volibear.
Whoa, post-nerf Volibear. That is a commitment from Malrang. This champion was supposed to be dead, essentially removed from pro play. Might as well have been removed from solo queue too, how hard these nerfs hit. But see what he can do with it.
And it's because you max Q on Volibear normally when you're looking for early ganks. W is better for the 1v1, but the damage on your W and Q just got nerfed. The move speed on your Q got nerfed. The damage overall from Volibear is just extremely lower. You think of the amount of damage a level 3 Volibear can do in a combo. Is that a Sejuani? Wait, is that Sejuani support here for Trimby? Now G2 have been thrown a curveball. You thought you were counter-picking a Nautilus support here. Now you're up against the Sejuani. What is their response? Tam Kench would be the safe bet. I mean, you can just pull him out of the... No, it's not
Targamas.
No, he's teasing us here.
Stop playing with our heart, man. We've had enough. The Sejuani was stressful enough.
He's teasing us here, surely, right? I mean, Talia bot into Kalista doesn't... You know what I'm saying?
You can just leave throw with an in. All right, Tam Kench. It's not flashy, it's boring, but it's good. It's good. Trust him, it's good. It's good.
No, it's not Volibear top, right? It's definitely Volibear jungle. Should be Sejuani top.
I mean...
no, Sejuani support, sorry. What am I saying? God, even I'm getting mixed up in this draft. Yeah, it's Nara top. So, Sejuani support with the Kalista. We'll see how that works out. I mean, the problem that Rogue have is Sejuani functions with mini champs, right? Yep. You know, Sejuani Wukong top jungle. Yep. Sejuani Renekton was an Ultra Classic because you can proc the stun so easily. It's on Trimby and Malrang to proc the stuns. Now, if the Volibear Q hits, they have a lot of chain CC. It's just a case of whether they can connect that. But of course, Sejuani engage is as simple as dashing forwards, throwing a big is moving top first, ironically. Normally, Talia is here first, and G2 have to be careful.
Going back and forth now. Malrang potentially in trouble. One on the way up, though, could be big. Yanko's taking a decent amount of damage. Herald is yet to charge. They will finally get the charge off. There it is. A bit of money into the back. Malrang now going to be in trouble. Fire back with G2. Larson now has to retreat. The team trying to attack Larson now trying to try the spike from Yanko's to get keeping him holding, but here comes Trimby! Targum is immediately going to save the day. Rogue holding on, they give nothing up in the exchange. They wanted to get the double. Almost teleported. Away, Trimby engaged on. Hot out, has Avatar built to happen, so he's hanging for just a little bit longer. Trying to keep the spike going back and perfect up for a fight, though. Anyway, now Talia all coming down. Eventually they were waiting for it. Firing Yanko. Slowly going to get put down. Stun. Managing to find the kill. Rogue getting one down. Right, going to be the next one. Trouble. Unstoppable. Objective bounty actually down here, but Broken Blade's forcing it. Backwards, trying to zoom out to safety, has so Broken Blade going massive. That is at the same time, they're taking the Baron. Rogue are split. They don't know what to do. G2 have caught them unawares. Larson returning to the bottom side, but Flakked is so incredibly strong. Rogue do not have the tools necessary to contest this. They have to play like absolute madmen to try to get anything done. Trippy eaten up. Stop for now. Flakked on the backside. He does so much damage. You cannot